Hello, good morning. Today we're going to be unboxing the Neewer M21C. I completely forgot what this was. I'm not going to lie until I received it, but it is a fill light for the Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm pretty excited. It is in a tiny box, as you can see here, and I'm sort of experimenting again on my setup. I have the fill light again, or like an RGB light, but this time it's like bouncing off the wall. So hopefully the light is softer, although it might be a little bit dimmer. We're just playing around, and then you got the DJI microphone right here on my necklace. So very, very exciting paperwork. And then yeah, this thing is tiny. That's the fill light, and then you also get a couple of other pieces to attach said fill light onto the Osmo Pocket 3. I'm not sure how this is gonna work or how they're gonna attach. Oh, it's magnetic. But we will figure it out together. You also get a little USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Very, very convenient, but at this point in my life, I have way too many to be using that. So I usually just leave those in the case. Okay, it looks pretty self-explanatory, I think. I'm not sure what this part is for. Cautions, do not look directly at the light source. Okay, will do. I think my R5 is having a little bit of trouble focusing on my face. So we got the Osmo Pocket 3, and it looks like it just clips around the gimbal part, so we will try that. Wait, which way do I put it? What is the orientation? Oh, here it is. It hasn't clicked into place yet. I'm not sure why it's not. Does it have to be turned on? Hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I stopped recording there, and I was having like gimbal problems. I thought I broke it, but then I think it went into a gimbal protection mode, and now it's fine. So I'm gonna try to be more careful with this. I think you popped that in there. Maybe I should do this with the camera off. My apologies. So we are on my Osmo Pocket 3 right now. This is the auto exposure. So this is without the light. I'll try to cover it. And then this is with the light. So you can see that there is a difference in lighting. I'm definitely more lit, and something like this where the light isn't too optimal, I think every bit of light helps. It's not going to be the most flattering, but at least, you know, you'll be able to see what's like right in front of you in comparison to this. It's a little bit more on the darker side. We are now shooting in manual mode. This is 1/50th of a second at ISO 800, sort of my default settings whenever I use the Osmo Pocket 3. And this is just with the light on. Ooh. So, I mean, if you're in a pinch, I'd say it works okay. It's not going to be the best light in the world, but it isn't the biggest light source. But I think it'll get the job done for what you need it to be. It's super tiny. Like, it's not going to take that much more space in your bag. My only thing is I have this case on. So if I were to turn off the gimbal, right? And if I try to put this on, it won't fit. So my case no longer fits. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to just pop this out and remove it, because you won't be using this thing all the time, right? Like, if it's only if you're in like a super dark scenario and you're like, okay, I need to grab this, pop this on really quick. It doesn't take that long to pop it on. Let me see. Let me do this real time. And there you go. It's back on. Again, I'm not really sure how the gimbal will handle with this extra weight. I'm pretty sure it's fine, but you are essentially putting even if it's just a little bit, more load on your gimbal. When you're putting it on and taking it off, I guess it's just extra risk for you for something wrong to happen. I'm not saying that there will be something wrong that happens, but that's just my first impression. I don't even know what this is for, to be honest. This like extra little piece here. I figured it out. It is a magnetic side mount. So you attach it to the side of the camera. So like maybe not like this, maybe it's upside down. Does it snap into place? Maybe my magnetic mount isn't supposed to be here. I'll take it off just for the sake of the video, but I'm not taking off this magnetic mount. I guess no, actually you don't need to take it off. I think that's just how it is. It doesn't, I mean, it fits securely, but it feels like it doesn't fit, if that makes sense. So when it's on, there's no snap or like something to tell you like, okay, this is on. It's just there, it's held in by friction. So let me put back on my magnetic mount here. Yeah, it does fit, okay. It fits with the magnetic mount, which is great, but will it fit with my cover? It won't. That kind of sucks. Imagine if I had like the ultimate setup to where I could fit this light and the cover. So now you have a side mount that you could put on either side. And I guess just having the extra flexibility to mount the light wherever you need it to be is great. So not only can you aim it towards you, you can also aim it away from you if you're shooting like a subject or something. But I think this is a pretty decent product. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested. But of course, this is just my first impressions. I still have to use the product a little bit more for me to give up like my final thoughts and everything on it. But if I had to be a little bit more concise with my first impressions, I personally feel like I would like the side mount a little bit better than the mount that goes on the gimbal, just because this is a gimbal, it's a delicate thing. Although I don't really know if it'll affect the gimbal long term. But you do get better lighting when the light is above the gimbal instead of it being on the side here. But I like the side mount because it gives you flexibility to put it on the left or the right side. I feel like if you're using this sort of light, it doesn't really matter anyways, because you're not expecting to get professional level lighting quality. With that being said, the light here is nice. It is a little bit cooler for my taste, but it's not anything that you can't fix in post, right? The RGB is pretty cool. You do have to cycle through them to get to which one you want, and there are different brightness levels. So I think for something that's this tiny, like I think even I would use this as its own standalone light, just because I want to travel and I want to travel as light as possible. And this thing is not only RGB but a light. So if I'm in a pinch, I feel like this is more than good enough to put somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just yapping at this point. Hello. So it's about lunchtime. It's 1 a.m. and I'm about to eat my first meal of the day. I'm going to run potentially 10 miles, I hope. If not, I'll probably get close to that. Hopefully 8 or 9. I'm trying to adjust to running again, but it's kind of sad because this is probably going to be my last long run for maybe a little over a month if I don't stay consistent, which is what I'm expecting. I'm sort of what is that word? Oh, expecting. Is there another word for expecting? I'm not hoping for the worst, but I really can't think of that word right now. Thank you, Google. Anticipating. I am anticipating the worst, which is to not being able to run at all. But hopefully I could squeeze in a few short runs during my trip. But yeah, I decided to shoot with the Osmo Pocket 3 for a little bit because I kind of miss it, and the convenience of it just being this tiny and small. when it comes to filming, especially when you're like in public. I've been thinking about that. I filmed with this in a restaurant once in Korea, not for too long. I was still ashamed to bring it out, but this thing is tiny. It's kind of I want to bring all of my cameras, which would be the R5, the Osmo Pocket 3, the V1, the Meta glasses, and the Action 5 Pro. But we'll see how it all fits in my bag, because I also have to squeeze in a couple of more electronics, my MacBook, my iPad, not even a couple, and then like other small things like my power bank, which is not that small. Anyways, I'm yapping at this point. I'm currently editing the video that you're watching right now, but I was like, I'm hungry. I need to get some fuel in me before I go on my run. So I got some food. It's literally the same meal as yesterday. Steak and rice. And this steak is legit just chuck. So it's one of the cheapest cuts that you can get. And I get like the huge slabs that you get at Costco. And I just cut them up into steak-sized pieces. And then after I cook them, I slice them up, put them in my fridge, and I have a super easy meal that I can heat up. So this is it. I don't really measure or count my calories. I tried. I just eat now. And then I got the sashimi, which I am going to finish. This is still quite a bit, but I have to finish it because it's gonna go bad if I don't finish it by today, but hopefully by this sitting. I love this meal. It's like a surf and turf. Steak, fish. What more could you ask for? Of course, I got my Coke Zero. Something that's very random and off topic with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is with this, not with this camera in specific, but I think with any camera that has sort of an automatic mode, with this specific scenario, I have to overexpose it by about a stop, or else I will be underexposed. I'm still technically underexposed, and that's just because of the lighting. The lighting is not the most optimal. The lighting is coming from the ceiling fan up there, and it's shining down, and so that's why my face is sort of backlit, and my background is exposed, and the background being white does not help at all. So I've been yapping a lot today. I guess I'm in a yapping mood. There are days where I'm like, I don't know what to say, and then there are days like this where I just think of stuff to say and it just comes out naturally. I like it. Yeah, I guess it's sort of that same thing where like you're not going to be able to perform 100% your best at all times. Sometimes your output will be like 20%, but if that's your 100% for that day, then it's fine. As long as you're trying your best, you're giving your best. That's all that matters. It went from like talking about tech to talking about food, back to talking about tech, to something like a life lesson. Okay, I'm done. I'm good. My feet are numb. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. They've been numb for like the past mile or so.
How old are they?
Yeah.
Two on male. In the back corner. One in the pocket.
I'm going at a lot of a slower pace. Not a lot, but definitely a slower pace than the last couple of running sessions that I've done. But that's okay. We don't expect to be perfect out here. What we need to do is stay consistent, and it's a matter of progress over a long period of time, not just based on the last workout or the last couple of workouts. But as you can tell, I'm out of breath. My heart rate has gone down to 160, but whew, man, am I feeling it. Definitely trying to push myself more with each session, but of course I don't want to overdo it. I have a trip coming up soon, so I would rather play it a little bit safe than risk of injuring myself. But something that I've thought about going on this run is how sort of perfectionism can apply to finding like a partner, a spouse, a wife, a husband in this sort of life. If you expect the other person to be perfect, then you're not really gonna get anywhere. There's gonna be a lot of problems going down the line through your marriage. So that's why I think it's really good to realize this when you're single or by yourself, because then you can sort of share this quality, these principles that you've learned in your marriage, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm going into the third topic, but something that I thought of during this run as I was dying, catching my breath. Excuse the poor lighting condition, but just finished my run. It wasn't the most spectacular. I don't even have the statistics. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So I just pulled it up on my watch. Total time 2 hours 15 minutes 45 seconds, 9.47 miles. So I didn't quite hit the 10-mile marker that I wanted to hit, but that's fine. Average pace 14:20, so did a little bit worse than the last run, but like I said, it's fine. I think what I need to do better is get my nutrition right and recover a little bit more. I think I went too quickly into the progression of running. I literally went from like no running to 8 miles the first week and then 10 miles the second week. I think I could have done better to progress a little bit easier, but that's fine. Burnt 1100 calories, or total calories is 1325, and my average heart rate is 162 beats per minute. Yeah, I was dying, but that's what you need to do in order to make progress. You need to continuously push yourself, and I feel great. I just realized that my back windows were open, so people could hear me yelling in my car to myself. It's fine, it's fine. But around like mile 3 or 4, my legs started to get tight, my feet started to get numb. So I didn't stop, I just walked it off. So I went at a slower pace. And I don't want to make that as an excuse as to why my pace was a little bit slower than last time. But maybe that's a factor. I don't want to make excuses. I think I need to progress a little bit more slowly, make my rest days a little bit more higher up on the priority list, and just do better next time. But after I walked it off, you know, we were fine, we were chilling. I was able to run a little bit more. And then like on our last mile, we did 20-second run, 10-second rest. And that, oh my goodness, I was pushing myself so hard. But I think we got up to like a 12-minute mile pace. So that was pretty nice. Again, I'm not like a runner. I'm not the fastest runner, and I don't consider myself a good runner at all. I don't even like running, but I do it anyways because I feel like running teaches you valuable lessons that you need to learn in life. And just having that sort of mentality of where you're able to push yourself no matter what is a valuable skill, no matter where you're at, not in just running, but in life in general. So I don't know why I keep turning these like random journal sessions into like TED Talks, but it's fine. This is my journal. I could say whatever I want. Okay, don't judge me, okay? I literally bought like 3 different water bottles. One water bottle with my shaker has like electrolytes, one big water bottle for just cold water, and then a spare water bottle just in case I ran out. So yeah, I went through those 2 bottles quickly. I'm still glad I'm glad that I have this 3rd bottle with me. With that being said, don't forget to drink your water. And this time, I bought myself a protein shake. When we went on that trip to Costco, I finally gotten around to buying some protein shakes. So that's great. I have a protein shake with me. Yeah. For running, especially for these longer runs, I tend to bring goo packs. So like these little energy packs. And then some electrolytes. And then some candy. Like sometimes you don't want to eat the goo packs, and a decent substitute, not the best, is candy, because it's like quick energy, it's sugar, and you'll be able to use it quickly. I think I said that already.
Hello, I am so sore right now. 9.5 miles, give or take. I'm currently watching a YouTube video from King Strats. This is his second channel, More King Strats. Vlog episode 10, car apps, how to be comfortable on camera. So it's very insightful. Even though I make videos like this where I'm like teaching you how to become more comfortable in front of the camera. Anyways, I have dinner and I'm very, very excited. It is literally the same thing that I've been eating for the past couple of days. But I don't know. I feel like I could eat this every day. Not like multiple times per day, but like every dinner, I'd be down. So this is the plate right here. This is the steak that I cooked, and then some vegetables and brown rice. The brown rice has some soy sauce drizzled on top, so it's going to be extra good. I am very, very excited for this. Very, very simple. The steak was already made. The brown rice was already cooked, and then I just put the vegetables in the air fryer for about 15 minutes. It is the frozen vegetables that literally you just chuck them in the air fryer and they're good to go. I did not season them, although you can if you want to, but it's very, very quick and easy. And I'm sad because I have Diet Coke now. The Costco that I went to did not have the Coke Zero in stock, so Diet Coke was the next best thing. We will make do with this. Hopefully they restock soon. But the next time they restock, I'll probably grab a couple of the packaging, couple of cases of Coke Zero. Anyways, I am gonna go watch some anime. I don't really know what to watch because I'm sort of caught up on everything. We'll find a way. It is 1 a.m. I want to fix my sleeping schedule, but it doesn't really matter at this point, at least for right now. I'm uploading a video. It's titled Why I Love MagSafe Power Banks. So in addition to these videos that you're watching right now, the documentation videos, I'm also going to continue uploading videos that actually have like a sort of theme or a topic. And I don't know, I feel like I should be separating the two. Maybe I should have a dedicated vlog channel, but I've already started documenting every single day on here, so I'm gonna see it through. But anyways, I thought that I might end the video here. Totally random note, the noise canceling or noise isolation, whatever that feature that isolates my voice on the DJI Mic 2 is pretty good. It's definitely a lot better than the Mic Mini, and it makes me want to use the Osmo Pocket 3 more when I make these videos because it's so convenient. It's so easy to just turn this thing on and start recording, and I'm able to stop and start recording through the microphone as well. But that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.